Hey everyone, and welcome back to Spotlight Reviews. On the Spotlight today is Season 3, Episode 4 of The Handmaid's Tale. Let's get started. The episode starts with the dedication for the babies born in Gilead, or in this particular district. And from this one event, it sparks a ripple of effects for other characters like Janine and June, Serena, and of Matthew. I love the way this episode starts off. I love how they showed these lines of handmaids and Marthas and the commanders and their wives all walking towards the church where they're going to have this dedication. I just thought it looked so artistic to give that aerial view and then have it all come together, all the lines come together simultaneously. It just shows that Gilead is so detailed and so precise when it comes to just the timing of everyone showing up at the exact same time. It was just a very cool way to begin the episode. Did you guys notice as they were walking into this church that there was a sign on the right-hand side, and it basically has the Gilead crest at the top, and then it has 9 symbols that represent other religions. They have like a Hinduism, Christianity, Islam, Sikhism, I believe, and some other symbols that I can't really make out on there. And I guess there's a red line that crosses them out, and I guess saying like, if you're of these faiths, you can't enter this building. I thought that was kind of weird that they had like the Christianity like fish, but yet it's basically they have the Christian religion in this dedication. I don't understand it, but it was just something interesting to point out. If you guys know what any of the other symbols are that I couldn't make out, please just let me know in the comments, or what you think about this sign and what it's potentially saying. This is the first time that we learned that of Matthew not only had 1 baby, but 3 babies in Gilead. And I think June tries to connect with her, but of Matthew just smiles and gives her this vague response. And it's obvious that she's hurt by seeing her baby with that commander's wife, but she hides it behind the principles of Gilead, almost like a coping mechanism to give her pain some sort of purpose. And I feel like that's what she was doing at the party. She kind of was taking that pain out on June, because that's the only way that she can cope, is by making herself believe the things that she's been told in Gilead, and soothe the pain of giving 3 babies away. Now, at first, I just didn't like of Matthew, but now I kind of sympathize with her, because June had to do it once by having a baby and Nicole escaping, but of Matthew really just has 3 babies that live in Gilead. So I think that that's the way that she copes with knowing that, and that pain of giving those babies up is just by reciting what Gilead has taught her and choosing to believe that is true. I love this shot of the eye staircase. It is just such a signature, symbolic shot within the show, just showing the eye, like under his eye, once again, just always implementing those ethics, but subliminally, so that it's always kind of filtered through your mind all the time. I mean, it's a great tactic that Gilead uses to just keep their fundamentals and their principles attached to you. This is also the first time you get to see the children of Gilead, the boys on the left and the girls on the right. It's interesting how I feel like they separated the boys and the girls. And if we flash back to Hannah's bedroom, there was a picture of her and her classmates, which were all girls. And it's interesting that they're going back to this basic old way of thinking of just all girls classes, all boys classes. And I thought that was cool how they just showed this shot of them soaking this all in. This is their new normal. This is normal to them, and this is something that is going to be a tradition within Gilead. I mean, they are probably on a school field trip right now just to do this dedication. I also noticed here that Fred has a black cord on his left shoulder, and all the other commanders sitting around him have white cords. They also have stars indicating if they're a high-ranking commander, I believe, and they don't have one if they're not high-ranking commander. And in the last episode at the meeting at Commander Lawrence's house, everybody had black cords on their shoulders. So I'm not sure why he's the only one that has a black cord at this dedication. I don't see any other commanders with black cords. But yet, in the last episode, everyone had a black cord in that room. So I'm not sure if that's supposed to signify different occasions, have different cord colors, or what that means. Let me know what you guys think about that. This episode, June is saying she doesn't know the feeling she has towards Fred. And she's always looking at him. She knows that she doesn't, she should hate him, but she doesn't. But she knows she doesn't love him. And she's always peeking and watching him and also negotiating terms with him. And I just feel like the dynamic between these two is just strange but interesting. I believe Fred has some type of attraction to June. And June just may have some comfortability knowing that he can be manipulated by her and that she understands how to control Fred and how to juggle him in her palms. I'm interested to see where their dynamic goes and unpeeling back those layers of emotions that she's having, I guess, for Fred. But right now I just hate him. But I mean, she doesn't. And I just wonder what that could mean. By the way, isn't June such a boss in this episode? I mean, her demeanor when she talks to Fred, the way she carries herself, the way she's negotiating and making demands, the way she tells Serena to wear the dress and pull the strings and smokes that cigarette at the end. I just think that was so cool. And I think she's just really coming into her own. I mean, look at the way she's looking at of Matthew right here. She's like, girl, don't play with me. Where the dedication is looked at as nostalgic for June, bittersweet for all of Matthew, and dreadful for Serena, it's hopeful for Janine. She has a childlike innocence that allows her to think that if she just becomes of Warren again, she could be next to Angela. But, you know, Aunt Lydia, who feels isolated by the commanders and the wives, you know, she tried to go in that living room and Naomi told her, no, you go over there to that corner, basically. She feels betrayed by the handmaids because of Emily. She's isolated, and she looks at Janine, who she favors and who basically she looks at as her child. She looks at Janine trying to get back into the house as a personal offense to her, and she looks at it as another betrayal by another handmaid that she basically, you know, taught and mentored, quote unquote. So she takes it way too far. And Lydia is having a power struggle, and she knows that this outburst is not going to help her regain respect. How sweet and emotional was the reunion between Emily, her wife, and Oliver. I mean, Emily is coming back and trying to assimilate back into the normal world. She's visiting their house. She's never lived there. You know, she doesn't know the memories that have passed since she's been gone. And she's trying to just regain, you know, Oliver's trust again and, you know, be a part of his life again. And I just thought that that was such just a powerful moment and scene when they both said that, yes, this reunion is awkward, but who cares? You know, you're here now. And her reading to Oliver was just the sweetest thing. I'm so interested to see where this story goes and what happens in Emily's journey to get back with her family. You know, I thought once Nicole got away, baby Nicole got away, that they weren't going to try to pursue and get her back. I thought she would be like safe with Luke and, you know, Maura. But now it seems like there's going to be some drama surrounded that. They're going to try to get the baby back. They're going to try to, you know, bring her back into Gilead. And I'm wondering what's going to happen next, you know, with this. And I love how June was able to see that her baby made it to Luke, because that other handmaid only told her that Emily and the baby made it to Canada. She didn't know if the baby was with Luke, if she, you know, where she ended up. So it was such probably a relief to her to feel like, wow, my family is back again. And she hasn't even seen Luke since the last time she thought, you know, he got shot. She knows he's alive, but she never seen his face. So that was a great moment for her. And I'm just interested for next week just to see what happens. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments anything I missed, anything you want to add. And I will see you next week for the next one. See you later. Bye.